Hey, good afternoon, seniors. I just wanted to check in with you regarding your senior portfolio. I understand some of you were in a Zoom meeting this morning and didn't know turn-in dates and had heard this or heard that and received this email or received that. So I'm hoping just to clear a little bit of that up right now in this very short little video. We are going to continue with senior interviews. Remember, Mrs. Pites had talked about this in one of her Zoom meetings with you, that we'll just have a virtual meeting. So we're going to do the same thing. Those doing the meetings who are scoring you will be your teachers, or at least a majority of them will, and you will still have an assigned time, but instead of assigned table, just like you would during mock interviews, you'll have an assigned Zoom number and you'll just Zoom in. And then you'll use your portfolio to and present to them your portfolio, and then they'll have some questions for you about your portfolio, and you'll just interview from home just like you would if you were sitting across the table from them. So I'll give you some portfolio tidbits later in the week, and also have some office hours available later in the week if you have some questions or you want to show us something along those lines. Now remember, with your portfolio you have two options. You can do a digital portfolio because maybe you can't print, maybe you don't have a binder, something along those lines. So you could definitely do a digital portfolio. If you're going to do a digital portfolio, you would just share your screen on Zoom and show them what you're talking about. If you made a portfolio and placed it into a binder similar to a scrapbook, you're going to present it in the same way. You're going to hold it and page through it and talk about it. Again, I'll give you some portfolio tidbits on how to present and what our expectations are for that, okay? So with that being said, you're still sitting here thinking, she still hasn't said our due date yet. Well, your interviews are on April 20th and 21st. This is usually pretty normal, all right? We normally have them in the middle of April so that we can get your portfolio taken care of and focus on senior awards, which usually happen a week later. We can focus on senior trip, which normally happens a week later. So I'm going to try to stick to that schedule as much as possible. Seniors, you have had like the entire school year to work on your portfolio, not to mention at least the last 4 months to really put some time and effort into it. So make sure that you've compiled that information and put it into your portfolio. Miss Winiger and Miss Yarnell are portfolio experts. I can help you out definitely, and Mrs. Pites and Mr. Camacho would be happy to field some of those questions as well. So you are going to be getting an interview time later in the week. So your portfolio, again, needs to be ready to present either April 20th or April 21st, depending on when your Zoom time is. And again, it's going to be a teacher. I know this is a little crazy and weird, so we wanted you to feel comfortable with who you are presenting. So it's going to be a friendly face on the other side of that Zoom meeting to help you out. So don't worry about that. So again, I'm going to say it one more time. Those portfolios have to be ready by April 20th or 21st. Okay, because you're going to present them over Zoom during that time, all right? Now, I am going to wait until the state mandate, the stay-at-home order is lifted, hopefully at the end of the month, to collect them. If that state mandate is lengthened and we have to stay at home longer, I'll come up with creative drop-offs for those portfolios so I can get them and grade them. If you have a digital portfolio, just go ahead and email it to me, and I will create a folder of those digital portfolios to go through and score, all right? So I think I've covered all of the portfolio questions. Don't hesitate to email, text, or call. And remember, do your best, put in what you have, and call me if you need anything. All right, see you later.